When you're trying to use social media to grow your brand or business, it's important to make sure that what you're posting is going to convert best for you. Because what's the point of doing all of this if we're not going to get business from it? So in this video, I'm going to share with you what you should be posting on Instagram so that you can have success and grow your following. Hi, my name is Desiree. If we need to grow your business with better social media and content marketing, take action now and hit that subscribe button and the bell below. Now, the secret to anything that you're going to want to do when it comes to anything that you post online with social media stuff, it comes to a good content plan. So make sure you go grab my free content planning worksheet that I have for you down in the description. It's going to make all of this really easy for you to do. So I'm going to assume that you already know who your perfect customer is, what you have to offer, what you're selling, all that kind of stuff. What we're going to talk about is how to take that information and turn it into engaging and converting content to grow the brand. So here are some of the things that I want you to consider when you're putting all of this together. First things first is you want to put everything into specific buckets. So you as a person, you as a brand, have very specific things about you that you can group all of your content into. So for me, for example, a lot of my content is grouped into YouTube and live streaming and video marketing. The middle part is a lot about my life and all the craziness that it is. And this third part is all about agency running and being a social media marketer, all this kind of stuff. So these three buckets that I have are what I use to create all of my content. So everything that I do ties back to a message that supports what that is. You need to be very clear about the kind of content that you want to create in those specific buckets. Let's say you're a real estate agent, your buckets could be something like, things to do in the city that you're in, houses that are on the market, and how your customers love you and how you take care of them. These are three buckets that you'd want to clump everything into. Let's say you do something in a service business, like insurance or something. So then maybe over here we have information about insurance, information about you and why they should trust you, and then over here is going to be how you've helped people and examples and stuff of why people need insurance. So these three buckets are going to be where you live. I suggest that you do at least three, but the more you do, the more muddy your content can get. But if you have less than three, it's going to be two, one note, one message, and I don't want you to be there. So pick your buckets that you can put your content into, so hey, does what I need to say have to do with these three buckets? If no, you don't do it. If it is, and you find it and you go with it. I actually need to find hashtags that match these buckets. And you also want to make sure that what hashtags you create aren't super vague and super overused. I don't want you to use hashtag love for everything. That's a super overused, and that's not going to get you anywhere. One of the really easy ways to find out the right hashtags to use is to go see what your competitors or people who are parallel to you in what you do are using for their content. Obviously not just anybody. If your competitor doesn't have a social presence, then that's not going to work. But you're talking about people in your industry that are dominating or doing really well. Go see what hashtags they're using and kind of see, does this align with what I'm doing? Is this going to work? Another thing to consider is local hashtags. What are the hashtags that are being used locally in your community or city? I live in Phoenix, for example, and some really popular hashtags would be support local AZ, hashtag local AZ, things like that. I can go to those hashtags and find other hashtags that match it and kind of group them into what I am doing. Association is the best way for people to find you, and hashtags accomplish that. Once you have different hashtags that you want to do, you want to line them up into buckets. Again, that's why this bucket thing is important. So if I'm talking about lifestyle stuff, I want to keep all those hashtags grouped together. If I'm talking about business stuff and YouTube and video, I want to keep those hashtags together. If I want to talk about business and social media and all that kind of stuff, I want those hashtags over there. You want to make sure that your hashtags are independent of each other, but you're also going to have hashtags that you use across the board. So here's how I'm going to encourage you to do this. You can have up to 30 hashtags on anything that you post. So what I would do is I'd have 20 hashtags for each bucket and then 10 hashtags that you use for everything. That way those things about your brand never change. For me, everything is a hashtag YouTuber, hashtag women of YouTube, hashtag creator, hashtag woman creator, hashtag womanpreneur. These are the ones I use all the time because everything I create is associated with those hashtags. So create those and put them somewhere you can save them and keep referencing them. I would recommend a Google Doc because that's what we do internally at my agency. Now that you have your buckets for content, you know what hashtags that you're using, now we need to create different kinds of content. But you need to make sure that you're creating a good variety of content. Instagram is just a plethora of different kinds of content. We have carousels, we have reels, we have images, we have videos, we have Instagram TV, we have stories. There's so many options. And so it's really important to make sure that you're creating a variety of content types that fit into what keeps your Instagram fresh. Fresh. but also relevant. If you're just posting image after image after image, it's gonna get stale. And the algorithm and your users are going to recognize that. So make sure that you add in that variety, because that's the spice of life, and it's going to make your account and your stuff so much more fun and so much more engaging and so much better. Now, it's really important to make sure that you're taking the time to study your analytics. Your analytics are going to tell you what content you're creating is posting best, when you should be posting it, and what other things that you could be doing to increase your reach. A lot of people I find when I'm diving into their Instagram analytics is that they're posting content regularly and stuff, and even maybe doing it at the right time, but their outreach and their engagement isn't quite there because they're having a one-way conversation with people. So they're not engaging back, and that is reflective in your analytics. Your analytics will also tell you things about your demographic to make sure that you're aligned with your target demo, with that perfect customer that we vaguely talked about at the beginning of the video. And then also it's going to be really helpful for you to know, like, okay, this content piece did really well. Of the days of the week, this content piece did better. Studying your analytics is going to tell you what is and isn't working, so make sure you lean into it to figure it out. And like I just said before, your analytics will tell you if you're not engaging, but you do need to engage. Having an outreach plan is vital to your success on Instagram, and it doesn't take that long. So many people think that engaging on Instagram is really time consuming, when in fact, with just 15-30 minutes a day, you're going to be able to do far greater good for your Instagram by engaging and reaching out versus just trying to have these one-way conversations and waiting for everyone to come to you. I actually have a video that you can watch in the cards right now where I talk to you about $80, which is a really awesome tool that I use on the daily with our agency and with my own account, which allows me to track specific hashtags so I can go find other people that are using them and talking about them and engage with their content. And then of course, when I see that those people have engaged back, I'm able to continue that conversation and continue that relationship. It's very important and very easy, and I highly encourage you to think about how you can take a small percentage of your day and turn it into engageable content. Now, if you're looking to engage and grow with your Instagram account, I have a great tool in $80 right here. Watch this video. It's going to help you figure out how to do that very easily. And of course, watch this video right here because YouTube thinks that you're really going to like it. And until next time, I'll see you soon. All right. What's the post on Instagram? Hi, my name is Desiree, and Hi, my name is Desiree. If you're looking to grow your business with better social media and content marketing, take action now. Hit that subscribe button. Hi, my name is Desiree, and